So you found your old coin collection. Maybe it was something you started as a kid, or maybe it's something you inherited from your grandpa. Either way, whether it's a big collection in one of those giant water jugs or a tiny one in an Altoids tin that you found tucked in the back of your sock drawer, or maybe something in the middle like this in an old cigar box. Either way, I'm going to tell you in this video 5 common mistakes that you've got to avoid if you don't want to destroy the value of your coin collection. And then at the end of the video, I'm also going to give you a few tips on what you can do if you decide you want to continue the collecting journey. Maybe this video sparked something and you decide, I want to be a coin collector, or maybe you just want to cash out and make sure that you get the most money you can for this collection. Either way, I'm going to show you what to do.
NGC is the sponsor of the Silverpicker YouTube channel, and Whatnot is the sponsor of today's video. Thank you both for your support.
The single most common mistake that people make when they either re-find their old childhood coin collection or they inherit a collection from their parents or grandparents is cleaning the coins. Now, if you take nothing else away from this video, the only thing I want you to remember is never, under any circumstances, full stop period, ever clean your coins. I have had countless people come to me over the years and say, hey Silverpicker, I inherited this coin collection, or I found my old coin collection, and they were really dirty and ugly, so I cleaned them up. Look how shiny they are now. And I go, oh my God, why did you do that? I wish you would have just waited and told me, because I would have told you that cleaning your coins can destroy the value up to like 90%. Yes, you could turn a $100 coin into a $10 coin, just like that, just with a little soap and water. So never, ever, ever clean your coins. The second most common mistake I see is improper storage. Now, I don't blame you, right? Your 10-year-old self that stored their coin collection in plastic baggies or in an extra pencil case from school, it's not your fault. And your grandfather back in the 1950s, 40s, 30s, 20s, who knows, stored it in an old cigar box, not his fault either. But either way, right now you have a coin collection that is in danger. Now, I'm actually curious to know, and be honest, put in the comments below what your coin collection is stored in, because I've heard a lot of weird ones, but I'm always looking for new stories, so let me know in the comments below. But I've seen people use little film canisters to store stacks of coins. I've seen people use envelopes, everything in between. But all of those things that are not made specifically for coin collecting can damage your coins. The chemicals in the paper of the envelopes, or whatever is in the cigar box, and of course PVC in plastics, can absolutely destroy coins. Back in the 1970s, people put all of their coins in PVC, put them away in the vault, and 20, 25 years later, they looked at them and they're covered in green sludge, and the damage is irreversible, destroying the value. Now, another important point, there are also things that are intended for coin collectors, like this little coin album. But it's not from a reputable source. This, with Chinese writing on it, probably came off of AliExpress or Amazon, and who knows what chemicals are in here that can damage your coins. If you have a coin collection that's stored in one of these weird sort of improper and improvised ways, you want to make sure to go online and order yourself some good quality coin collecting supplies. If you've got a collection, even if you decide you want to sell, no matter what, investing the 10, 20, 30 bucks to protect the collection and make sure that no further damage is done is absolutely worth it. I'll put some links below so you know exactly what to get and where to get it. The third most common mistake, and arguably the most annoying mistake, at least for me when people are bringing me their coin collections, is not understanding at all how to value coins. Now, I did a comprehensive video on the topic of how to value your coin collection. You can check it out in the card over here. I highly recommend you watch that video right after this one. But the number one mistake is people go on eBay and they just look at the listings and say, oh, I have a coin like that. My coin is probably worth thousands of dollars. No, it ain't. Your coin, your little grubby penny that you found in the bottom of your sock drawer, is not worth $10,000. Well, at least not probably. But what people need to understand is the difference between eBay listings and eBay sold listings. eBay listings is just when you search on eBay and you see what people have for sale. I can take a grubby little penny that I found on the street that's been peed on by a dog and crushed by a steamroller, and I can say I want $10,000 for it. That doesn't mean it's worth that. In order to figure out what the coin is actually worth, you need to look at sold listings. What did the coin actually sell for? You can click on the filter for sold listings and see all the different listings for that coin and understand what people actually paid for it in the last 90 days. Now that will give you a very good idea of what your coin is worth. Now, by this point in the video, you're probably thinking one of two things. Either you're saying, oh, I'm gonna go on eBay right after this video and sell my collection and make a fortune. Or you're thinking, well, actually, this video kind of inspired me to get into the world of coin collecting. Maybe I want to continue and go on eBay and buy some coins to grow my collection. Either way, I'm here to tell you there's a better option, and that is Whatnot. If you don't know what Whatnot is an incredible live video auction app in which bidders and sellers come together in real time to buy and sell all sorts of really cool collectibles. Obviously, I'm mostly into precious metals and coins, but they've got everything. Trading cards, sports cards, comic books, video games, even sneakers. Basically, if you collect it, they've got it. And if you use my link, whatnot.com/invite/silverpicker to download the app, you get $15 free to spend on anything you want, whether at my auctions or other sellers. And guess what? If you want to sell, they've opened it now to anyone who wants to sell. And if you use my seller link, which is also in the description and right here on the screen, you can get up to $150 matched by Whatnot just for selling your coins, right? So if you sell $50 worth of coins, not only do you get the $50 that you sold, but Whatnot will match you another $50. And if you sell up to $150, you'll end up with $300. It is a win-win situation. It is absolutely a great place. It's got amazing community. There's tons of other great sellers too, like my buddy Christian from Treasure Town or Pawn Man. Great place to buy coins, great place to sell coins. Anyway, back to the fourth mistake that you might be making with your coin collection. The fourth most common mistake that I see is also really connected to price and value, just like number 3, but this is specifically about people not understanding how to determine their coin's condition. Now, coin condition is very difficult, but I have seen so many examples of people bringing me their coins and going, yeah, it's mint condition. And I look at it, and from a mile away, I can tell that ain't no mint condition coin, or mint state as we call it in the biz. Now, it is really difficult, but there are some great resources online that can help you, and the best way is to take your coin and compare it to a graded coin so you have a chance of understanding whether it's in better condition or worse condition than that graded coin. So for example, let's say you have a Morgan dollar. Go online, take a look at an NGC graded Morgan dollar, say a mint state 60, and you look at yours and compare it and say, okay, well, mine is in worse condition than that. Then go down and look at an AU coin or an XF coin, and then you can sort of try and triangulate sort of where it actually falls on that list of grades. Now remember, coins are graded from 1 to 70, not 1 to 100, so a 70 is a perfect coin. But it is really, really hard, and I don't expect you to become experts overnight. I struggle with it certainly, but it is definitely important to understand more or less ballpark what grade your coins are in so you understand what they're actually worth, right? And finally, the fifth most common mistake I see when people either inherit a coin collection or rediscover their old coin collection is assuming that all the coins in that collection are authentic. There are so many fake coins out there, you wouldn't believe it. Now, especially now with technological advances and the skyrocketing rise in gold and silver prices, there have been tons and tons of super high quality fakes coming out of China. But for as long as coins have been produced by governments, people have been counterfeiting them. So yes, it's possible that even though you inherited your coin collection from your grandpa and he got it from his grandpa, that doesn't mean that all the coins are real. Yeah, even your grandpa or great-grandpa could have been taken for a ride. And it's really disheartening when you do discover that your coins may be inauthentic, but it is still better to know than to end up trying to sell them and getting stuck in a really awkward and unfortunate situation. So there are lots of ways to determine whether or not your coins are authentic, and the best, of course, is to take it to an expert, right? Take them to your local coin store and ask them to appraise them and take a look and see if they're authentic. Or, of course, you can send them in to be graded and authenticated by a company like NGC. Or, of course, you can do it sort of the quick and dirty way at home, and that's what I recommend to at least start out. What you do is you go online, go to a website like numista.com where you can find all the coin specs, right? Let's say you have a Morgan dollar, right? And you can see weight and diameter of the coin. Now, typically, if the weight and diameter of the coin are correct and match those specs, then your coin is probably real. So buy yourself a cheap digital scale and a ruler or maybe a pair of calipers, and you measure the weight, you measure the diameter, and if those match, you're pretty much in good shape. Now, it's not a guaranteed foolproof thing that your coin is authentic, but for at least our purposes, for evaluating like an old collection like that, at least to start, that is a very, very good way to do it. Alright, so now you know what the 5 most common mistakes are, and as promised, I'm going to give you a few tips of also some proactive things that you can do to help preserve the collection, whether you decide to continue collecting or if you just want to maximize your potential to sell the coins. Either way, the first thing you're gonna wanna do is, like I said earlier, is take the coins out of whatever junky holders you have them in, whether it's in plastic bags or in a cookie tin. Take them out. Try not to smudge them up with your fingers. Your oils in your fingers can really damage them. Hold them by the edge and put them in either 2x2s that you order or put them in coin tubes, but put them in something that you bought from an actual reputable coin supply retailer. The second thing is learn. Do your research. The best way to maximize your earnings or your collecting experience is to have the knowledge. I'm not saying you have to become an expert, but if you're gonna sell a coin collection, spend an hour or two going online trying to understand what you have, the condition, what the years are, etc., so you're better armed with information that you have so you can either sell it or enjoy your collecting journey. Watching videos like mine or other great YouTubers is a great place to start. And finally, preserving your coins by having them graded and authenticated by a company like NGC is a really good idea for your high-end coins. Now, of course, there's a cost that comes with grading coins, so you don't want to grade a coin that, even if it gets a mint state 70 grade, is only worth 20 bucks, right? You don't want to do that. But if it's something that, like a Morgan dollar, right, a rare date, that even if you get it in like XF condition can increase the value by hundreds of dollars, you definitely want to do that. Now, you have me as a resource. You're in luck, right? You can message me on Instagram at silverpicker and send me pictures of your coins if you think you have a hit. If you do, I'm more than happy to tell you what you should do and what the strategy should be to either preserve that, get it graded, or end up selling it. So anyway, really, I hope you have a good time with this. It should be fun. It shouldn't be a hassle. It shouldn't be a burden. You should enjoy this, whether you decide to collect or whether you decide to sell. Either way, I hope this video is helpful. If you have more questions, put it in the comments below, because I bet if you've got the questions, other people do as well, and we can all learn from each other. If you like this, I make videos about coin collecting and precious metals investing every single week, and I would be honored if you would consider hitting the subscribe button, and of course, throw me a like while you're down there. So I've got a lot more awesome stuff coming down the pike, so stay tuned, and until then, Silverpicker out.
A huge thank you to all of my wonderful patrons. You guys are amazing. If you're not yet a patron and want to become one, the links are below, and I can't wait to meet you in our private Discord server.